some music. There's no video. Why? There it is. Let's make sure we're live everywhere. Hello if you're watching. Timer's at 0 because it's already past 1 o'clock. I'm going to use this so I know when we start. Because I go back and I trim off the timers, guys. I don't know if you knew that about me. Facebook. Give people a minute to join us. Whew. Feeling happy today. How are you guys feeling? If you're joining me, I'd love for you to say hi. This is a just go live kind of day, not a pre-scheduled one, so I'm not expecting them, a line out the door. But I don't care. That's fine. We have great stuff. You don't have to watch live. You can watch later. But if you are watching live, say hi. Let me know you're there. Get comfy. Won't be a super long show today. I'm going to be talking about 2 things. Update on our fertility journey, and then what's going on behind the scenes. Alright. We're gonna do this. We're just jumping in. Hello, happy Monday. Coming to you live from my studio as usual. Guys, it is snowing in Chicago. So remember that fake spring I was talking about? I was right. I would turn the camera to show you guys. It looks blizzardy outside right now out my window. And it's kind of nice because there's not so much sun. I could leave the window open today and get some natural light on my face. So I kind of like the lighting in here. I need to figure out how to recreate snowy outdoor conditions for my perfect lighting. Thanks for watching. If you're out there while I'm live, I'd love to say hi to you. If you're too shy, no worries at all. That's cool. You can stay incognito. Hello, Mom and Dad. Thanks for watching. You guys are my #1 fans, and I love it. All right. I'm okay, guys. The weekend was a little rough. I spent a little bit of time crying and, working out some feelings that came with the news on Saturday officially. As I had kind of been telling you last week, I've been testing on P-sticks, leading up to the end of the 2-week wait. So I knew going into Saturday that it was probably going to be a negative pregnancy test, and it was confirmed. I had broke the news to Bert on, I told him on Thursday, it was his birthday. I didn't want to tell him on his birthday. And I'm like, hey, by the way, I peed on a stick and it's negative. He's like, that's okay. We can still have hope. It might still come. And I'm like, damn it. So Friday, I peed on a stick. Negative. Bert's like, don't worry, there's still a chance. And I'm like, there's no chance. Let's just grieve. Let's just do this. Because we were having friends over on Saturday night for Bert's, birthday and St. Patrick's Day. We had a little pod party. And he's still like, let's just wait and see what they say. So, of course, it was just, I got that call when he wasn't home and I had to deal with those feelings by myself, like the official news. So, yeah, you know what, guys? I thought I was ready to hear the news, and I still had those tears. Tried calling Mom, no answer. Tried calling Kelly, no answer. Finally got Kim. Kim talked me through it, and we were all good. And that's why having a support system is so important, is make sure that you've got some backup people to call just in case your first or second options are not available. And hello, Kelly. I see you watching on YouTube. Got mom and dad on the Facebook. Yeah, thanks, Mom. I got a kind of like this little angel look going on behind me today. Playing with my lighting, trying to see what looks good. I'm trying to give off a good vibe. I'm going to pull up comments just in case we get some more good ones. I can pop them up on screen. This will take 1 second. This actually kind of goes with the theme of today's update. I wanted to tell you guys about what's coming up next, but also wanted to tell you a little bit about what goes into making these episodes. And I'm in my 8th week of live streaming. Don't know if you guys realize it's been that long. And I'm starting to get, people that are like giving me advice, and that's awesome. But I'm getting advice from a lot of places now, and I'm okay with it. And, I just have to filter through it and everything. But the thing is, I've been signing up for where I want to get my advice, and I'm paying for it. And I want to stay focused so that I can get the results that, I signed up for. It's cool to see, where everyone's, thinks that, the direction of my video, because I'm still trying to figure that out too. Is like, what is the end goal here? What is my content, going to be like in 6 months from now or a year from now? What's going to look like when I go back to work? And there's a lot of questions around that, and I'm sorting through that. And it's like, on top of, the IVF journey or the fertility journey, I'm going through a streaming journey. I'm going through developing a YouTube channel journey. And that's fun too. And it's a little stressful, but I'm committed, I think. Like, do you think this is pretty good? 8 weeks, I think I'm pretty committed. It's good. All right, pulling up, turning on our comments here. So I have 2 different working titles on my live streams today. On YouTube, I called it "I've Got News for You," like IVF got news for you. And then on Facebook, it was something like, "You're about to learn about IVF with me." Looks like I got a lot more viewers on the YouTube with that. So I'm starting to get better at titling my things. It was one of the lessons I actually learned over the weekend. So you get to learn that from me. Okay, cool. So heads up, just in case this happens, with my IVF journey, today is actually cycle day 1. Aunt Flo, she arrived this morning, and that means I have to call the fertility clinic and find out what, the next few days are going to be for me. According to my paperwork, I'm supposed to be starting birth control. I know that seems a little weird when I'm trying to make a baby, but I think it's to set my cycle and have complete control over it. But the reason I'm giving you a heads up is because I had placed a call and my nurse was not available to talk to me at that time, so she's going to call back. And if I have to take that call, I have to take that call. So it's part of the live stream. IVF is not as scary to me as it was 2 months ago when we started down this path. And I was like, nope, IUI is going to work. I don't even have to worry about IVF and the needles and everything that come with it. We're not even going to have to get to that point. Okay, yeah, we know that didn't happen. IUI didn't work for me. I know we only gave it 2 chances, but, we were told ahead of time, it's very low risk or very low chances. So here we are, IVF. Guys, the cool thing is I'm going to take you on this journey. This IVF scheduled cycle was scheduled several months ago. So we knew you have to kind of save your spot in line, at least at the fertility clinic I go to. You have to have it scheduled ahead of time. And this is good in a way because there's extra things you can do to prepare for a successful IVF cycle. I don't know if Lauren's watching, but she talked about what she did for hers with me, and I can't remember if it was on the live stream. Her and I have been talking a lot lately. And she goes and was working with somebody, and I'm like, why am I not doing that? Why aren't more people doing that? It's like, a fertility coach in addition to the fertility clinic where they're figuring out what your procedures are going to be, your medications and everything. But there should be somebody there that's like, hey, you taking care of yourself? You getting, enough rest? You drinking enough water? You eating healthy? Are you staying active? Like, look at all these little check boxes you have to take off to try and create the, a good vessel. And then most importantly, like, you have to try and not worry and not stress. Okay, sign me up for whoever's giving me that class, because stress is like the thing I'm best at. Okay. Hello. Okay, so guys, if you have any wonderful things to say to me today, or negative, or whatever, if any thoughts you have, it is Monday. Spew out your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. I can put them up on screen now. I have my comment thing all ready to go. Bert's birthday, we can chat on that really quick. He turned 36 last Thursday. We celebrated. I got him a few nice cookbooks. Have you guys heard of Blue Zones? Blue Zones are supposedly cities around the world that the people lived to be 100 years old. And what this book did was attribute, their diet habits to living that long. So I got him this book, and in the beginning it talks about all the things that you should be eating and not eating. And it's funny because it says, that these people in these areas normally have a glass of wine every day, have a glass of coffee every day. And these are the things I'm not supposed to be having right now. But I'm like, you know what? If it means you're not stressful, then shouldn't you do it? But also, I have a hard time moderating to just one glass of wine. I usually want to, or make that bottle go away, but not in a sad way. It's just like I really like wine. Oh my gosh, we're getting a team together. What kind of team, Elliot? Are we talking soccer? We're taking a hard left turn if we're talking soccer. Oh, we could talk soccer today. This is kind of an off the cuff, kind of casual Monday on Lynn's live stream. Yeah, we can definitely talk soccer. But to be honest, the big focus for soccer right now is that I am I'm a co-director for the IWSL, the Illinois Women's Soccer League, and that's coming up in the summer. We just opened registration. So if you are a female player in Illinois, in the Chicago area, suburbs area, and stuff like that, you want to play soccer, if you have a team, talk to me. We will get you signed up for the league. It's one of those, like, it's not a rec league where you get out there and you actually only get 22 minutes of 11v11, per half. You're getting a full 90-minute game, 45-minute halves with an official, and each team has their own home field, and you travel to the home fields, and sometimes there's fans, and it's fun. I love that league. I've talked a lot about the Honey Badgers on this live stream, but I personally like. Okay, I'm gonna take a step back and tie this into what I'm talking about here, because a big part of today's theme was like what goes into putting the show together, and it's a lot of thought. It's a lot of thinking about what do you guys want to hear about, what is genuinely telling my story. How to present myself, who my personality is. I've been very vulnerable on these shows, and I'm like, am I crying too much on camera? Because I might be, but those are real moments, and I'm not putting on a show for anybody. But I do want to have an entertainment. I am somebody that likes to, throw a party, and, I don't know. I'm an outgoing social butterfly, and we have to connect through this camera, and I can't see you. You can only see me. So I'm kind of having a conversation with you in my head. I don't know who this is from, but this is nice. Minnesota bass fishing. Thank you. If the whole entire Minnesota bass fishing world is wishing us good vibes, I have a feeling that's gonna be some really good vibes. That's a lot of vibes. We need more vibes. I think that it's a quantity type of thing, right? And quality and quantity. In the bass fishing community, I feel like those are quality vibes too. But thank you, whoever that is. I don't know what that picture is, but thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in today too. So back on track here. So part of what goes into me on screen for you is like, who am I? Am I just someone going through their fertility channel? How much do I share with you outside of that? That's been my big question for the past few days in my head is, do I talk a lot about soccer? Do I talk about my full-time job with Chicago Sport and Social Club? Is it okay to talk about that? And will that reflect on them at all? I don't know. I know that they're not watching. That's okay. I don't think, and it's kind of fun having that, that separation. But do I get bring in that I, run bingo for friends and family in private groups, like virtually, like how much of this is the me that's part of this channel. And what I've been looking at is what other people are doing in this, not specifically fertility, but I've looked up at, people that share their fertility story. What else do they do? And it's all over the place. It's crazy. And there's some people that are just fertility, but it's more, they're medical people. Nobody's live streaming like I am about it from their point of view, like going through the fertility journey. The only live streams I've seen are doctors that are doing Q&A, which aren't even live. Like, if you're going to be a doctor doing live Q&A, wouldn't you be taking questions from the comments from the chat? Like, I just want to fix these people so bad, or fix their, like, live streams. Anyway, if you know anyone that's live streaming about fertility stuff and needs some help, just drop them my name and I will be on my way. Yes. And thank you, Kelly. I am going to have that coffee online in moderation because I think I just need to chill a little bit. That's another thing coming up. So, me, Lynn, I would like to think of myself as someone kind of, laid back and, I've got like good, nice looking rooms with great furniture that I've picked out from unique places and customized and got it all wrapped together and stuff. But that is not what my house looks like right now. And we were watching a show last night where it was all about this house that was like built inside of a glass house so that they were 100 or 365 days a year, like able to climate control and grow plants and everything. Like, it was a self-sustaining house. It was amazing. I'm not saying I want to do that, but what I am trying to say is, like, I want more plants in my house, like a lot more plants. And I want to think of myself as like this person that's got this like amazing environment in their house. And it is just, I just need help. Like, I'm not that person that I thought that I was as far as that goes. And that's okay. I'm going to get there, but I want to do everything. And that's the problem, is I can't be an interior designer, and I can't be, a soccer director, and I can't be running emo fitness and talking about a fertility channel and hoping to get my full-time job back. It's like all these things are just not where I want them to be because I'm doing too much and it's too hard for me to decide what to do. And my parents will tell you how hard it is for me to make decisions. I can't even pick a topic to talk about right now, but I actually. This is what's been going on in my head, is like, who am I? So, as part of me, oh, okay, here we go. It's Katie and Adam from Minnesota. Yes, thanks, guys. Hi, thank you for explaining who you are and not just representing the entire bass fishing community. But I wonder if you have a channel. I'm going to check this out after I'm done with my live stream. Thanks so much for saying hi. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. Bert's going to be up in Minnesota this week, actually. He's going up there to visit with his mom and his nephews and sister and brother-in-law. We have Kristen's watching today, too. Hey, my doctor always said 1 cup of coffee was fine during stims. However, I found I got a headache from the caffeine, so I had to stop. Yeah, that's the thing, is if you're having a bad effect from it stopping. But the thing is, if I stop coffee now, I'll get headaches, right? I think I'm used to a cup of coffee a day right now. But that's good to know. I've heard that, and there's a lot of opinions out there about caffeine, and some people are like, don't do it, whatever you do, don't do it. But I hear way more people saying, yeah, a cup of coffee a day is totally fine. So I'm going to go with the majority vote on this. And Kelly's encouraging me, we'll go to the plant store. Yes, I just need to. And I think what I'm going to do, okay, let's bring it back. So the direction for my channel, I was like, should I be sharing my interests on my channel, or is that like taking away from the fertility journey? But I think that it develops my character a little. So I was like, how can I incorporate both? And I'm not there yet, and I don't know. But I was thinking it would be really fun to talk about like how I'm planting my garden this year, because I do like gardening. And my parents planted seeds, and they're like, we're in our 2-week waiting for our seeds to sprout. And I thought that would actually be really cute and a good way to tie it into fertility. So who knows? I've got things churning in my head, as I figure out who I am. I have a nice comment on here too. I haven't read the whole thing, but we'll pop it up here. Hi, Lynn. I admire you for taking us along on your journey, and I always see you learning new things, and that is one of the best things about your live streams. So inspiring, sending good vibes. Thank you, Savita. Maybe that's all I am. Just like come with me as I learn new things. That's maybe That's what I'm best at. It's like I can't be a master at anything because I just want to keep learning all the new things. Maybe that is what my channel is. Savita, you are inspiring me. Thank you. And I need to follow up with you, and we need to talk about big friendship because this is possibly something we could be exploring and learning with the audience. So that's awesome. Whoa. Notifications blowing up all over the place. Ah, good to know. When I started my 2-week wait, you guys started your sprouts and look, or you started your seeds and look at you do have sprouts. Well, one of us was successful. It's okay that it was you, not me. I'm not angry. I'm not gonna cry. Just kidding. All right. Yes, thank you, Kelly. I like this, yes. Planting seeds is a cute metaphor in this journey. And just in case you guys, I'm getting comments from both Facebook and YouTube. So if you're not seeing it in the comments, that's why. So you can always see it like on the screen where next to Kelly's name, you can see its little YouTube icon. And when I pull up Mom's, it's from Facebook. So just in case, I realized I don't know, I was watching one of my old episodes back and I'm like, I don't really ever explain that. So in case you're wondering. Okay, so who am I? Am I like boho chic? Because sometimes in my head and on a lot of my Pinterest boards, I am. And other times, am I like super modern, like got all the best like clean lines and everything like that? There's definitely a part of me that's that. And that is very different from boho chic. Very different. Like, how do I merge those parts of me? I don't know. And I know we're just talking about like design here and everything, but this goes into a whole bunch of other things too, like, you know, ways of thinking. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, my notifications, I don't know if you can hear them in the background, but they're popping up. I was about to say support group, but let me clarify. Part of the way I build this channel is not just all by myself. I have been learning how to live stream since October, when I just wanted to make our bingo, like our virtual bingo things better for our friends and family. That's what got me started. So I am coming into the YouTube content creation backwards. Like I've literally got my butt stuck out. I'm not looking at where I'm going. And I'm just like, hey guys, I'm here. And I'm just like backing up like this, entering the room. And I'm just kind of hoping they're like, hey, you're kind of funny. Turn around and hey, let's meet you. Is that a great metaphor? I don't know. Kristen, there's so much to learn and it's so interesting. I 100% agree with that. There is so much information. You're on this journey with me. You've got this. You've got this. And I'm glad you're on this journey with me because that's what my audience is supposed to be. And it continues to be just friends and family. And I take that J word out of there. It continues to be my amazing friends and family who are so supportive. But that's awesome. Yay, we're on this together. Awesome. Kristen, are you doing the support group with me and Lauren? I think you were watching us on Friday. I would love to hear if you're thinking about doing that, if that's something you're interested in. Yeah, we will continue to learn. So and let me know if there's certain things that you want me to cover, Kristen, or anyone else. One of the ones I was thinking was an episode that I would call Fertility, but it would be TEA at the end. There's a whole thing around teas and drinking teas during fertility, and some are good, some are bad, and some are like, no tea, no coffee, no tea. Oh, Lauren, hello. Thanks for popping over. I was just talking about you. Were your ears ringing, or did you hear that part? Oh my God, I'm still like loving the energy from Friday's episode that like just carried me through the weekend with a whole bunch of like, man, I can't wait to do this and who am I and all this content creation stuff. Okay, yeah, so content creation, right? So ass backwards into this YouTube world and also Facebook world, because a lot of you guys are watching on Facebook. The community I'm in, these are people that do like gaming, streaming. Some of them are crafters. Some of them just do talking about their favorite movies and stuff. And like they just have an audience, all different kinds of streamers. And what they did about 6 weeks ago is they put us into pods so that we could start working with each other on our concepts and our content and our brands and the monetization of this. And it's really cool because I'm discovering the brand like as I'm going through this. Like I didn't even think about the brand and the monetization. I was just like, I just want to share the story. But it's not sustainable and it's a lot of work. So what I want to do is, you know, keep working through that. I'm going to share that with you because I think that's part of the story too. So I'm not going to get the whole story today. Maybe I'm going to say that like behind the scenes special episode, you know, type of thing. And maybe I'm going to charge you guys if you want to see it, because apparently that's one of the ways to monetize what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm thinking about it, trying to figure out what am I best at? What is it people want to watch? But I think just being genuine and sharing what I'm doing, that's it right now. That's all I got. I can't coach anyone to fertility success because I haven't done it yet. But I can bring in people that might help us get there. That was the big suggestion I got today, was keep interviewing people that will give us information to help us get there. Get where? Maybe fertility success, maybe emotional success, whatever that may look like. Also, Elliot, did you ever answer me? Are we doing soccer? Is that what you were asking about? I don't know. Or were we talking on a deeper level? Like, hey, let's make an emotional team of 2. Because I would do that with you. Okay. Yes, Kristen, there is still room. It is limited to 10. I know, and luckily my audience is only like 10 people, so and all of them are not going through their fertility journey, so there is room. Lauren, if you're still watching, would you pop that link into the Facebook chat? Maybe I should have those like ready to go in the future. But yeah, and it's, you know, just a form you can fill out, and then Lauren will reach out to you, and maybe we can make a fertility support group. We'll recruit a few more people too. Think about it. Okay, so Kristen, let me know if this happened to you. And then Lauren and Kelly and anyone else that's watching that's gone through your fertility journey, when you go into the clinic, the fertility clinic, and you're in the waiting room, like, do you just so bad like want to start talking to people around you because you know you have things in common? Like, you know, if you go to a regular doctor's office, that would be really weird because you never know what they're there for. They might just be there for a checkup or, you know, a flu shot or something like that. But at the fertility clinic wait room, everyone there is like trying to get pregnant. It's like, don't you want to be like, hey, what are your follicles like? Hey, how many, you know, or what's your blah, blah, blah level, so that, you know, you can kind of compare notes and like figure it out. Like, that's something I want to do, is like let's all just take all of our stats, put it together, and figure out if we can figure anything out. Because I'm so in the dark with these numbers, guys. It's funny. You didn't, Lauren? Oh, no, wait. That was a comment from before, I think. I thought that was in answer to my question, did you want to talk to other people in the weight room? But anyway, no, that's not what that was in response to. So let's talk about the IVF things that are coming up here. So I'm going to probably be starting on birth control, I don't know, today or tomorrow. I have to get that, I think. I don't know. I'm waiting for the call back from the office. Is that normal? Did you guys start on birth control at the beginning of your IVF journey if you went on one? And Kelly's like, no, I never want to talk to anyone. And that's exactly why I don't talk to other people in the waiting room, because they're probably like Kelly and just leave me alone. They're like, I might be that person on the airplane that's like, hey, where are you going? Oh, me too. I used to be that person. I'm not anymore. We can check that one off the list. Not that one. Not that person that talks to people on an airplane, but maybe in a fertility clinic room. Okay. Oh, Ashley, hello. So it is normal to start on birth control at the beginning of IVF. Good. I'm on the right track. I'm glad my fertility clinic is doing the right thing by telling me to do so. So that's awesome. Hey, Ashley, thank you so much for popping over and checking us out. This is quite a good audience again. This is awesome, guys. Okay. Also, can we go back real quick to the content creation thing? So on my YouTube channel, which I see a lot of you guys are watching on Facebook, which is cool, because the exercise I did on Saturday for my modules was, where's your audience? And I'm like, I want my audience to be on YouTube because that's where I'm creating content, but I know that all the support groups are on Facebook. Can I ask you a favor? If you're watching on Facebook, I've been stuck at 69 subscribers for like a week, and I'd love to see that break into the 70s. So if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button on my channel. And also, if you're not following in the Facebook on Baby Talk, definitely check that out too, because I'm going for both. Okay. Ooh, okay, this is some great information. See, and this is why we ask the audience. For my IVF protocol, I'm doing the Scheuer protocol, which does not include birth control since I get hormonal migraines, but definitely normal to start with birth control. That's very interesting. I don't know what the Scheuer protocol is. Might be an episode idea. Thanks, Kristen. That's, something I learned just from doing IUI, which is a lot less complicated than IVF, was just in my short experience of doing 2 rounds of IUI, how much I learned how different people's IUI procedures could be. Not procedures themselves, cycles. And so the reason I hadn't put out my IUI video for still is because the more I learned about it, I'm like, I can't put this out there and being like, here's what your IUI cycle is going to look like, because it's not. Because I'm learning about all the different, I use Clomid and other people don't do anything. And some people use letrozole or whatever they're called. I'm not a medical expert here, guys. Oh, here we go. I got to learn what this Scheuer protocol is. But yeah, the IUI stuff is like different for everybody. So what I have to do is try and put that together into a video that shows mine, in an interesting way, because I think people want to see it, but also say, hey, if you're going through IUI or thinking about going through IUI, yours is might be different, and everybody's is a little bit different. So that's going to be even more for IVF. I feel like I have so much more to learn, but luckily it's I think it's and this is where I'm learning. I don't even know, I think it's actually not this cycle where we do the egg retrieval. I think it's next cycle, but it's confusing to me. And so in a cycle, you cycle day 1 is when you get your period. You ovulate usually around, I don't know, between days 10 and 16. It could be anywhere in there. And then, the end of your cycle, mine is usually 27, 28 days. So I'm taking birth control for, I don't know how long yet, because I'm waiting for that call. And then I have to start doing injections. And then I think is the egg, and then we have my eggs that are all going to be growing in a whole bunch of follicles, hopefully if everything is working right. And then they go in and take those out. And I don't know if we're doing a fresh transfer or frozen, because I've learned that at least, but it's not in any of my paperwork anywhere. I have so many questions. I don't even know when they're going to impregnate me. This month, next year, I don't even know. Kristen started with estrogen patches and Ganirelix prior to, hopefully that's how that's spoken or said. Can't even speak today. Prior to my cycle starting instead of birth control. So they started you on it before your cycle started. I see. Okay. So fascinating. And that's the Scheuer protocol. Okay. So we're going to learn all this together. I will share mine. I'm going to bring guests on who have gone through it so they can share, how it went through for them. And we will talk about the normal. We will talk about the weird and the odd and the scary. But new chapter in Lynn's, production here. Bye-bye IUI and hello IVF. That's the chapter of, the new chapter we're on here. I love how many people are checking this out right now. I don't want to keep you all day. This was meant to be one of the mini episodes. I've already been rambling for 35 minutes. I was really glad to see you guys here. I hope to see you again. I will be live streaming on Wednesday and Friday again, 1:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. I do not have any guests lined up this week, and that is intentional because I need to play a little bit of catch up. So the last kind of bit that I'll give you behind the scenes here is when I have a guest on, I have them on for a tech check, which I've learned is very important. Before I was like, oh, I'll just have them on 20 minutes before the show starts and everything will be fine. I've learned you actually need to do 2 days ahead of time. I actually do almost an entire interview with them, and I don't know if Lauren's still watching, but she can tell you we did this each time that I had her on. Well, the second kind of was a little unscheduled, but we did it. And what we do is we talk through all the things that we want to talk about, and that's for the guest so that they're prepared and they have, the information. I'm not throwing them completely by surprise. And then it's so that I can structure the questions and have the slides ready to go so that I've got titles for them, that I can pop them up. And, this was like from Friday, like having all this stuff done in advance and like ready to go. When Lauren was doing her photography, I had pulled that up on screen. Now I have like their logo and where to get them and everything. And then I have to update everything on the YouTube and on Facebook in the descriptions. I have to make a little thumbnail. I need to put it out on Instagram, like, hey, here's the upcoming episode. So you can kind of start to see where all this work comes in just to make one little live stream. The cool thing is I'm leaving them unedited other than trimming off the beginning at the time, the timer countdown. And what I want to allow myself the time to do is make sure that I'm rewatching them, putting in chapters so that if I cover something interesting that people actually want to watch, they can find it in my videos. And also makes it so that if people search in YouTube and they're like, what's it like? What is a normal IUI procedure? And I can title a chapter that, and then my video will pop up if people search for that. So it's all about like search engine optimization. If you're in the marketing world, you're probably like, yeah, Lynn, you're explaining exactly what everyone in the world is doing right now. I know this, guys, but it's work, right? If you know how to do descriptions and SEO and everything, it's a lot of work. And then, finding the right thumbnails, because I've been finding out like one person's like, oh yeah, make sure you have your bold text in there that tells, very easily what the episode's about. Have faces that are making, big eyes or like weird expressions. So that's why a lot of my thumbnails have those. And like, then I heard someone say, oh, have 2 people in your picture. And then another person's like, no, only have 1 person in your picture. So it's very confusing and, trying to figure it out. What I have to do is just keep an eye on the numbers and see what people are gravitating towards, and then try and figure that algorithm out for myself, for my channel. But I'm putting a lot of work into this, and I think it's showing because I've got more people showing up and commenting, which is really cool. Guys, that is going to be my episode for today. So I've got this. And thank you, and baby dust to you. Thank you so much for all the people who are showing up that are also going through their journey. I'm really glad you guys are watching and you're here with me, and I can't wait to see you again next time so we can share more information with each other. I'm Lynn Clementi, and you guys are not alone. Baby dust to you. Bye.